Well, we've finally made it to the end of our dig at Lindisfarne, haven't we? I think it's fair to say we're all pretty tired, but that's because it has been an incredible 2 weeks of excavation here. What's been your highlight,
What's been the
Dave?
highlight, apart from the gale force winds, which was entertaining? My highlights, I think, have been finding the new name stones and the other half of one of our stone crosses. So that's great, because that's going to give us some new anglo-saxon names. It's going to help us understand who's being buried in our cemetery. But we've also found a nice anglo-saxon coin, which is a mid-9th century coin. So it adds to the one we found a couple of years ago. And also we've got a nice little early medieval spindle well. So all our finds seem to be right on the early medieval period, exactly what we're after.
It was so nice to see those two halves of the crossstone reunited. I love that. That
And they
was
joined
a very
together. It was
special moment,
yes.
yeah. What was your highlight, Chris?
I mean, I did love the name stones, but for me it's the building and the features around it. We found a return of the wall, but also inside we've got another oven.
We had a bit of a surprise with that, didn't we?
We did, yes. We started to excavate it as you would an oven, and found a burial, found a grave in there. Well, actually, we found two. One, we identified the skull and some feet next to it.
So, was it inside the oven, or what was going on?
It wasn't. It's not
there?
buried inside the oven. The building and the oven have gone out of use, and there's been a burial cut in the corner of the building where the oven was. So we'll be able to get a radiocarbon date from the grave and from the oven, which should give us a really nice idea of the date of the building. And we've got more skeletons.
We do. I mean, I think the building was an amazing discovery and a really interesting thing to investigate, and I can't wait to find out what those ovens are for, because I think that will tell us a lot about what was happening at the monastery. The skeletons are starting to look really interesting as well. So we found 2 last year, but we found 2 more this year. We found a fully laid out adult skeleton, and one that when we first started uncovering it, we thought might be flexed or crouched because it was lying on its side, a bit like this, but as we uncovered it, you could see that the legs were actually still straight in the ground, and that it looks like it's been maybe not rolled into the grave, but as it's gone in, maybe it's twisted a
it
little
looks
bit.
slightly tumbled. And again, that would suggest that maybe these people aren't going into coffins. We think they're going in shrouds.
Yeah, and we could see that the toes were in really close together and the shoulders were quite tight, which, yeah, really suggests it was wrapped up quite tightly. So what's the next step?
As we come back next year and take the site down a little bit deeper, we might find that there's another earlier building.
And what's interesting is it's archaeology all the way down.
And there's about 2 foot still to go down, so at least.
Same place, same time, next year.
See you.
See you then.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 I really want another pint now.